Hi, good afternoon, and welcome back to my channel. Today is April 5th, 2026, and I'm on my e-Bicycle 5,000 watt dual motor full suspension electric bike. And I guess today I want to talk a little about the New Jersey laws and where we stand right now since this proposal has been signed. So now it is official today that you can register your bike, I believe, through the DMV, and not until July 19th that this law is supposed to be enforced, and we're going to have to take it from there. Now, I am not licensed, I am not insured, and I am not registered into the system on any of my bikes. So let's just jump on and head for a ride. So I believe if you want to fly under the radar, just, don't be out there flying around and popping wheelies and seeing how fast you can go. So this bike is full suspension. It is capable of over 40 miles an hour, but very rarely I will ever push it that far unless I'm doing a bike review and showing you the performance. So yeah, I believe today is April 5th, and it's probably about 75 degrees outside right now. So it's kind of really nice. It's beautiful. The sun is shining. It is a beautiful spring afternoon. So now, how many people are going to comply with the law? And how many people are going to just try to fly under the radar for now? I believe if you don't bring attention to yourself and you're dressed appropriately, you have something bright on, you're complying with the law, you're wearing a helmet, you got a white light up front that is visible, you have a rear light, and you keep it 15-20 miles an hour, and I think you should be all right. So as you can see, I'm in first gear, pedal assist 1, and I'm doing 10 miles an hour. I did pass a police officer more than once, and everything seems cool. So I do believe, depending on your township and how populated these bikes really are, but the problem is, it's a law to be licensed, insured, and registered, because now in the state of New Jersey, all these electric bikes are considered a motor vehicle. So that kind of sucks. So all I can say is, you want to fly under the radar, just comply with the laws. Wear something visible, wear a helmet always, and as long as you're, kind of playing it on easy street, I think you'll be alright. But I believe it is mandatory that everyone should wear a helmet, and that has to be a DOT approved helmet. It has to be rated for 28 miles an hour or more. So they are saying a full-faced helmet, which I don't wear a full face. I have just a bucket helmet. That's all. So yeah, this is one of my favorite electric bikes. It's pretty awesome. And it does have pedals. Figured today I would talk a little bit about the New Jersey law, where this proposal was signed, I think back in January 18th or January 19th, and it's not going to be, the law is really not supposed to take effect until July 19th. So the day after July 19th, which would be the 20th, where they may be looking for license, insurance, and registration. That was a big hole. But, there I go saying, but, if you're coinciding with the law and you got a helmet, you're visible, and you're not, popping wheelies and doing jumps and, going over the speed limit or whatever the bike law limit would be, 15, 20 miles an hour, I think everything should be fine. Because if that's the case, then if the speed limit is 20 miles an hour, pedal assist only or throttle only, what's the difference? What's the difference if I'm doing 20 miles an hour using my throttle or 20 miles an hour if I'm pedaling? When a normal cyclist can do over 30 miles an hour pedaling with no assist, no motor at all, just a regular traditional bicycle. So does that mean a regular traditional bicycle should be licensed, insured, and registered as well? It makes no sense. The way I see it, it's got pedals, okay? It's a bicycle. And it's not a motor-driven vehicle. It's electric. It's an electric-driven vehicle that can only reach speeds of 30 to 40 miles an hour, okay? Like this one. But now when you get into those e-motos, some of those bikes can do anywhere from 40 to 80 miles an hour with ease. It's like throwing your own kid on, You can throw a kid on. I can throw a 3,000 watt motor on this and push 50 miles an hour. Or I can throw a 5,000 watt motor on this with a 72 volt battery, and I can reach excess speeds. Oh wow, look at the deer in there. We're going through the woods. Bunch of doe, probably about a half a dozen or so. And I could throw a 5,000 watt motor on this, on any bike, and reach speeds of over 60 miles an hour. So, it's a hobby. And as a hobby, as long as you're not, breaking the law, and you do this stuff on your own time, hey, I don't know. Anything today with the new laws is just stupid. Try not to listen to the internet. Have fun, ride your bike. That's all. Just have some fun and ride your bike. Anyone can make up a law. Especially a police officer or the government, they don't want anyone having any bit of freedom today. And if there is any bit of freedom, they want you to pay for it. So anyway, this bike is nice and smooth. You can actually hear how smooth it is. kick it up to 4. "25, 26 miles an hour uphill, I reach top speed. The speed limit's 45. Let's kick it up to 5. Rear motor only. So I just reached 32 miles an hour. Pedal assist 5. So this is, like I had mentioned, this is one of my favorite electric bikes. Single motor only in the back. This bike will reach 37 miles an hour using it in pedal assist 5. So now in pedal assist 5, if you're just throttling, it will only reach between 31 to 32 miles an hour. When you throw it in dual motor, that's when you'll get speeds of over 40 miles an hour. So it's definitely pretty quick. And if anyone has ever done over 40 miles an hour or close to 50 on a mountain bike, it's quite the adrenaline. It's quite fun. So we're just running a few errands today. It is Saturday. It is the day before Easter Sunday. And by the way, happy Easter, and hopefully everyone has a great and safe holiday weekend. Okay, and short, brief intermission there. So I just had to grab a few things. Since there was a butcher in town that was running a little food mart, and from everyone in town, his meat was absolutely phenomenal. The steaks, the chicken was like any other chicken I've had anywhere else. I would only specifically buy the meat from him. The chicken, the poultry, the salmon was out of this world. So I heard that he wasn't paying his rent for 6 months. And here we all thought he was doing well, and we thought he was in the process of owning the building. But that wasn't the case. So now everyone comes up to the Family Dollar because there's nothing in town no more unless you travel. You know, you would have to travel to a Walmart. So yeah, these electric bikes, they're good for anywhere from running errands to doing just about anything it is just to get you out of the house, off the couch. These bikes are amazing. So the bike that I'm on, this bike has a range of anywhere from, I'm gonna say 30 miles to 50 plus. So if you're using the rear motor only, most of the time I only use the rear motor, you should be able to get 45 to 50 miles on a single charge. But if you put it in dual motor and you're using dual motors all the time, you can cut that in half. Probably 25 miles. So yeah, these bikes are really efficient, a lot of fun. And as long as you take care of the battery, you should get a life expectancy of the battery of probably 5 years. And the battery on this bike, to replace it, is $699. So the battery is the heart of the bike. And I'm probably going to get a second battery, maybe later on in the future. I just have to save for one, because they're not cheap. They are using high quality. I don't know if they're 50E, 50G cells, I'm not quite sure. But they are high capacity and high discharge. They are a 25 amp discharge a piece on each cell. So they are good Samsung cells. Alright, so we're going to put it in pedal assist 5. Just the rear motor in the back, single motor. And let's see what we can get for a speed. Just hit 43 miles an hour. So, single motor only. We hit 44 miles an hour. Holy mackerel. And when that guy caught, I let that guy behind me catch up. I let off the throttle. So the only time I'll reach a speed like that is if I am on a highway, because highways are dangerous. and first of all, so now, these are not highway capable of. So it's not like a motorcycle where, you know, you can go a far distance for a couple hundred miles and reach speeds of 70 plus miles an hour. These bikes are not like that. They are designed to ride for a couple hours, you know, to have a little fun on. And that's all. But we know that there's just a lot of people who misuse them. They get on trails and they act like idiots. You know, they're popping wheelies. You don't pass a pedestrian doing 20, 30 miles an hour on a walkway. That's when accidents happen. So yeah, we reached a speed of 43 plus miles an hour using the rear motor only on a bicycle. So I do have my bucket helmet. Like I said, this bike is really comfortable. It fits me well. I put the handlebars more in a leaned over position, almost like you're ready to race. And it's just, I don't know, it's just the feeling of this bike is just perfect. Switch my grip. It is a beautiful spring day. So yeah, I believe it just depends on your area and the population of these bikes and how many people are really misusing them. And I believe it's the group rides and the things that have ruined it for us that gives us all just a bad name. And of course there's a lot of Karens out there. So, you know, get out and have some fun. That's all. That's what it's about. It's about getting out and having some fun and staying in shape. There's this old man coming up now on his bike. He uses it every day. I even see him in the rain. Just about ready to pass him now. Oh, he's locked in. He don't care. He got his helmet on, his sunglasses like I do, and he's out for a ride. And you know, that's what it's about, man. You're on a bicycle. Leave us alone. You know? Let us ride our bikes. We're only out here to ride our bikes, that's all. We're not out here to raise hell. I'm not out here to do wheelies. I'm not out here to do 80, 90 miles an hour. I'm just out to have some fun. It's such a beautiful day. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be outside? So I grew up watching that, a lot of YouTubers, and I like Electric Bike Mark. Used to be Tennessee Mark. Or actually, he is Tennessee Mark now, but I believe he used to live up in another part of the state. Can't think of where he used to live. All right. Put down my kickstand. And there she is. E-Bicol. E-B-I-C-Y-C-O-L. And this bike is 5,000 watts and is also capable of over 40 miles an hour. In dual motor mode, I can hit 48 miles an hour on this bike. And this bike has two motors. They are 2,000 watts apiece. So each motor is 2,000 watts that peak at 2,500 apiece. And this bike also has 180 millimeter rotors. And they are marked 180s. And they're pretty thick, they're not thin. And they are Logan hydraulics. Full suspension. And I've added some lights on the back. They're not on now. And my instrument panel. So we'll cycle through here. Let's see what my top speed. So now I have 338 miles. My top speed was 42.8. So I almost reached 43 miles an hour. And my voltage is 54.4. So this bike is well probably 75. I bet you it's 80% charged. Because I did give it almost a full charge last night. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's full suspension with a 32 amp hour battery. And on the battery, you can see it's marked 32 amp hours. This battery is $699. So it's over $700 with shipping. And it is CE certified. It's gone through, heat testing, discharge. It depends on the testing. They put it through the factory. I've never had a problem with it. So hey, thank you all for joining me on this beautiful afternoon. And everyone have a great Easter Sunday. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Peace.